No, I know, babe. I also feel it. 2024 is going to be your year. Hello, my loves, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new, I'm Leeor Alexandra, and welcome to the B community. On this channel, we talk about spirituality and personal development, and today I want to give you a video that will motivate you as you walk through the portal of the new year and into the new calendar year, armed with everything that you need in order to make this an unforgettable year. In today's video, I'm going to give you 5 steps to become unrecognizable in just 90 days. And we'll soon discuss why it is 90 days. Becoming unrecognizable, though, doesn't mean just spending your entire life in self-improvement. It means actually being on a journey. Humans were goal-oriented creatures. So in order for us to feel happiest and most fulfilled, we have to be striving towards something. So when that something is showing up in the world and in our lives as the best version of ourselves, everything's going to be enhanced. Everything in our life will be improved. And also we're going to be able to do more good in the world by simply being happier, healthier, more fulfilled versions of ourselves. I started my own 90-day journey about a couple months ago, and I've already begun to feel like a different person than I have been throughout 2023. It really, in every way possible, I feel more confident, more energized, more inspired, and happy just because, without having to have any reason. And in fact, in spite of a lot of negativity in my life right now, right? I realized how good it was feeling to work on myself in this way and to really dedicate that time. And this video was born out of that. So first of all, let's talk about why 90 days. You're gonna become addicted, positively addicted, to powerful and positive new habits. It could take around 21 days to form a new habit, but it takes on average 66 days for that new habit to become automatic. Meaning, if you make choices for your future self every day for the next 90 days, your future self will become automatically activated within you. You automatically are this person. It'll be who you are for good. 90 days is also a quarter of the year. It gives you enough time to set short and long-term goals, which will affect the rest of your year. And that's why it's so great to start now. Also, committing to a set date really worked well for me, and it does for others as well. Having a specific time in which you want to accomplish things creates this sense of urgency and this focus, and it also reduces our tendency to procrastinate. 90 days of behaving differently can also help the brain reorganize itself by forming new neural pathways and connections. And my loves, I also want to encourage you to please just start. Don't start tomorrow, start right when you finish this video. So if you want to start meditating for the next 90 days, rather than waiting for tomorrow morning, start now. Even if it's afternoon or evening, whenever it is for you, get yourself in the frequency already starting today. Otherwise, we'll keep pushing it off. It's just like getting back into the gym. You say, I'll do it Monday, I'll do it next month, I'll do it in a month from now, I'll do it when I'm ready. Start today. You also don't need to completely change everything all at once. I started with just exercise, and then I added meditation a month in. So little by little, and then all at once, and then you create this really amazing routine for yourself. The first step I want you to take in order to become unrecognizable is to have a life audit. And this is really good to have. I just recently made a video kind of walking you through how to design your 2024 and how to audit your life. So do this really intentionally now. Start to ask yourself, how do you currently spend your time? What are your priorities right now? What's working for your life? What's not working for you anymore? Maybe make a list of how you spend your time right now and be as honest with yourself as you can. Even write down, I often spend an hour on social media first thing in the morning and 2 hours at night. Be really honest with yourself. This isn't about judging, this is about auditing. So once you become really aware of what's working and what's not working in your life, you can kind of take what is working for you into the new year, leave everything else behind. There are some really good videos on how to do a life audit here on YouTube. Just search up life audit. The second step is to figure out who you want to show up as. Who is your future self? How do you want to become unrecognizable, right? How do you want to feel? How do you want to look? How do you want to act, behave? It's not about being like anybody else. This is about uncovering your truest, most unique self, your true essence, how you want to portray your own truth, and to have this flavor of you-ness come out into the world. So deciding on who you want to be is really deciding on what aspects and qualities of yourself you want to allow to let shine, what priorities this new version, this better version, improved version of you will have, what intentions you'll have, how your life is going to look like in general. And I want you to really think about how this version of you would act and write down how they might spend their day-to-day. How do you live your life? And then think of this version of you and what a day in your life might look like and list that all out. So you're making a list similar to how you kind of broke down how you spent your time in step 1, but this is how you want to ideally spend your life, right? So you're making this list of the things you want to be doing on a daily basis and the things that this unrecognizable version of yourself would be doing. Then I want you to just compare it to one another. I do this in the Love Mastery program where I ask you to write down all the things you want your partner to be doing, but then also become really honest with yourself whether you're doing these things or not. And the audit continues here. So you're deciding, okay, well, I have time over here to take this thing out that's not good for me, that's not making me who I want to be, and I have time over here that I want to spend studying maybe, or meditating or working out. I guess I can replace this one with this one. So what we're doing next is creating an ideal daily schedule based on what this new version of yourself prioritizes and desires. And the good thing about this is you're committing to this for 90 days. It doesn't necessarily have to be for the rest of your life. And when you commit to something for 90 days, it's a short-term goal. You can see a lot of improvement in that time. And then at the end of that 90 days, you can do another audit and decide if you want to take these new habits and behaviors over to the next season of your life. Step 3 is going to be adding things into your life, picking up positive addictions. So addictions are not always necessarily negative. We can become positively addicted to things that truly make us happier, healthier, and more at peace. It's just important to always have a good balance of things. So let's say I feel like I've become addicted to moving my body. If there's a day where maybe I'm not feeling so good or I'm not up for moving my body, I should feel okay. I should accept that rather than get upset. Once we get upset and it starts to ruin our mood when we can't do this thing that we're positively addicted to, then we're possibly not positively addicted to it anymore. It should also not be something that hurts you or hurts anybody else. So if it's over exercising or overdoing anything, then that's not a positive addiction. That's just a regular addiction. You can become positively addicted to things and have a really good balance. So what can you become positively addicted to that would make you a different person in 90 days? I have some ideas for you. And again, just a reminder, you don't have to do all this at once. You can choose one of these for the next 3 months and see a different version of yourself on the other side of this, just from one little change in your routine. Taking out one thing that doesn't serve you and adding one thing that does. The first idea that I have for you is to start walking for 30 minutes every single day and listen to an interesting book or podcast, or just enjoy the quiet as you walk. You're going to be moving your body. You're also going to be taking in positive things that put you in a better mood, and that's going to affect the rest of your day, the rest of your week, the rest of your month, and the rest of your year. The next is to make some time for silence, even 5 minutes of quiet, of simply following the breath. And that's meditation. And it's not difficult. 5 minutes, everyone has 5 minutes that they can take for themselves to just stop consuming, to put the phone down, to put the computer down, to put everything down, and just to start processing and slowing down and finding stillness. And if you do this every day for 21 days, you're going to add up a lot of processing and quiet time, and your mental health will improve. You and your mental health will become unrecognizable because meditation and relaxation compounds. The next suggestion is to find some sort of movement that you enjoy and add it into your week, making time for intentional movement at least 3 times a week, but really start with however you want. I think I started with once or twice a week, just like, finding things that I enjoyed, finding workouts that I enjoyed until I found 3 types of workouts that I love, and now I'm able to do it 3 times a week, if not more. It's really important to like the things that you are choosing because otherwise you're not going to stick to them. So don't force yourself through things. Really find what works for you because every one of us is different. The next idea is to choose a powerful spiritual book and just start reading for 10 minutes a day. If you don't know where to start, Eckhart Tolle is always a really good read. It's not such an easy read, but you can read it in sections and you receive a lot from it. Another book that I like to recommend to people starting their journey is anything by Gary Zukov, but The Seat of the Soul. Let me know if you have any books that you would recommend to somebody just starting their journey. The next idea is to Cook most of your meals at home rather than eating out. Find easy, simple recipes that take less time and less money than a drive-through. It's also a bonus if you get out of these 90 days and you become a better cook. Another idea is to go to bed earlier. You're naturally going to wake up earlier and feel like you're more on top of things in your day. Not everybody is a morning person, and if this is not for you, that's totally fine. But if you want to become a morning person, I recently heard in a video that I still have not been able to find that just going to sleep earlier is going to naturally allow you to wake up earlier and make you more of a morning person. You'll also fall asleep better if you don't go to bed with blue light in your face, and your mind will have enough time to process the day instead of continuing to consume whatever it is that you're looking at. Now, in regards to your social life, consider maybe choosing to meet your friends rather than over food or a session of gossiping, maybe to meet them doing something that you both enjoy. Maybe instead of a restaurant, you meet at a beach or a nature walk or a park. And if you guys enjoy food, then you do that. Who doesn't? Like, that's the best way to catch up with somebody, right? But there's also new and interesting things that you can do with your friends that is going to really develop your personality and develop your mind and develop your year. It could be anything like paint nights or stargazing or bowling or going to museums or just finding different ways to expand our human experience. The next way that you can change your life, getting a therapist. So this might not be attainable for some of us. Some of us might have insurance that covers this. There's different ways online. Some people, I know this is going to sound crazy, but I've heard some people use ChatGPT as a therapist. There's a prompt you can look up, and I've actually tried it out to see if this is legitimate, and it really actually helped me to get to some interesting insights about myself. I am not replacing my therapist anytime soon. I see mine over FaceTime every couple of weeks, but starting to have somebody to talk to you and to kind of bring your attention to any blind spots you might have is really, really beneficial and has helped in my personal development journey on a very deep level. Consider maybe just for 90 days talking to a therapist. You don't have to do it for the rest of your lives. You're going to become more aware of yourself, and it's a genuine action of self-love. I know that this was kind of a long list. These are just ideas I want you to start kind of getting at the top of your consciousness. Some of them are more accessible, some of them are less accessible. I'm giving just things that are off the top of my head. It's also really important that things that are on your aligned list, on the things you want to start doing over 90 days, that these things that, you're going to become positively addicted to them because you want to do them. So it's important to want to do them, but there is a nuance in that. So let's say you want to work out. That's one of the things. You want to become a more fit version of yourself by the end of these 90 days. So what you might do is you might prefer hot yoga over high intensity training. And so I would say choose yoga, but understand that there will be days where you don't want to do hot yoga. Trust me. This new version of you, however, doesn't do things only when they feel like it. This version of you does things every day of these 90 days, little steps every day, whatever it is. It could be a tiny step, a 10-minute walk outdoors to become closer to your future self, closer to this unrecognizable version of you, and do things anyways. Do things even if you're not motivated to do them. Show up even if you don't feel like it. You're going to feel so much better afterwards. The fourth step is to let go of negative distractions. You have the time to become this person and to do the things that they would be doing. Even if your life is so busy, you don't even feel like you have a second for yourself. Because a lot of us feel like we don't have a second for ourselves, but we have that 30 minutes to just scroll on our phone. I'm guilty of it. I'm with you. No judgment here. Trust me, my love. Becoming aware when you're scrolling through your phone, and the way that I became aware today, actually, because I had kind of a busy day and I needed just a brain break. And instead of actually having a brain break and processing things, I picked up my phone and started aimlessly scrolling. And then my Pinterest vision board popped up as a widget on my phone. And it said, ask yourself whether the choice that you're making today is bringing you closer or further away from your goals. First, developing that awareness and that consciousness of, oh, I'm doing something that's not beneficial for me. That's not getting me where I want to be at the end of this 90 days. That awareness is everything. I also want to acknowledge the fact that not everybody wants to take 90 days to become unrecognizable. This video is really just if you feel like you're ready to up level, if you're ready to develop yourself and evolve further. You might not be in that season of your life yet. I certainly wasn't for a very long time. I was very content with where I was enjoying everything until I wasn't, until it was time to keep going, until it was time to explore and discover new versions of myself, to discover how much I can develop myself, to discover how far I can go in my health journey and my meditation, how much I could, just take care of myself and show up as a better version of myself. So back to step 4. So we have plenty of time. So look at the list you made in which you stated what you currently do in your day-to-day life. See where you can cut things out that are holding you back. For example, overconsumption of social media and media in general, such as binge watching shows, time spent with maybe people who bring you down, time spent gossiping. It's a low frequency thing. And I remember I started this journey a couple months ago, and I went to lunch with a friend who just wanted to complain, which is awesome. And I want to be there for you, but that's not what I want to talk about. What we want to see in our lives. I want to talk about how we can make the situation better, make ourselves better, support each other, make the world a better place, rather than just venting. The venting can go for the therapist, right? Speaking of things that are holding us back, some of you are not going to like what I'm about to say. And this might not be applicable to some who are watching this video, but I bet to a lot it will be. One thing I want you to challenge you to do in your 90-day transformation is to not have even one single drink of alcohol. And here's why. Alcohol has a very low vibration, right? Even if it feels for you like it's gonna be fun, even if you love to drink, I'm with you, beloved. I've always confessed, I absolutely love to have a drink or two. Even on my spiritual journey, drinking, I love doing it once in a while. It's been a very, very long time since I've been drunk. It's been years and years and years. But I, over the years, would still have a drink at dinner. Regardless of how much we might love it, its low vibration is holding us back from rising to our true potential. I mean, at the end of the day, belief is everything. And if your belief is strong enough that alcohol makes you better, that alcohol improves you in some way, then that will be the case. But we do live in a reality where there are certain truths that we all agree on. And alcohol being poison is one of those truths. Reality is objective, so I'm gonna leave that up for you, but I'm asking you, if you wanna really challenge yourself to see a different version of yourself at the end of 90 days, try this one. Because cutting it out for 90 days is gonna make you unrecognizable, physically, mentally, and emotionally, especially if it's something that you do often. Let me know if you're going to take this challenge. This was really hard for me. I started back in the day with getting mocktails. When I would go out to dinner with friends, then I'm replacing the drink in my hand, kind of like how people who quit smoking cigarettes have to replace it with something in their hand. Over time, I replaced the mocktail with a soda, and little by little, I was able to break that habit. 5th and final step is to put a countdown timer on your phone. I've found this to be my secret for being consistent. When I have a timer, I want to make each day count. And so I try to find something small that I can do even on the days when I really don't feel like it. So there might be a day where I really don't want to work out. I really don't want to work towards my dreams. I really don't want to meditate, but I have this countdown on my phone. I'm like, okay, today matters. There's 57 days, whatever, left of this challenge. Today really matters. So let me do something small. Again, we are goal-oriented beings. And when we have something that we're working towards, we can hone in on it. We can focus on that goal. So I recommend choosing a specific date 90 days from now and creating some sort of countdown timer on your phone. I downloaded one from the App Store, or even taking it a step further and booking or scheduling something 90 days from now that will require you to show up as this new version of you. So let me know what you'll be working towards in the comment below. I really want to hear it. Be loud about it. Proclaim it. Proclaim that it is yours. And there you have it, my loves. 5 transformative steps that are sure to make the next 90 days a journey of self-discovery and positive change. But remember, it's not about the destination. It really isn't. It's about this beautiful growth and joy and along your journey, right? So as we wrap up today's video, I want to remind you that every step that you take is a step towards this unrecognizable, radiant version of you. And it's already inside of you. This is who you are. I'm just trying to elicit the most happy, fulfilled, content version of you. And I know you can do it. Before you go, I'd love for you to become a part of our growing community. If you haven't already, please click the like button. It supports the channel and lets me know that this content resonates with you. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss a video. And I'm always eager to hear from you, so drop a comment below. Let me know your thoughts, your progress, or come say hi. And tell me what's one thing you're going to start doing today. As always, I'm sending you so much love. And until next time, keep your vibrations way, way, way up. Bye.